Hello and welcome to Granite Shorts episode 3. Have you ever wondered where granite countertops come from? Well, today we're going to show you just that. Everything from the quarry all the way down to your kitchen. Sit back and enjoy. The life of your granite countertop starts rather violently. Blocks of granite are blasted apart from the rock at the quarry and transported to another parts of the facility for slicing. Here, the enormous chunks of stone are sliced into slabs using a gang saw. This can take anywhere from a few hours to a whole day. The freshly cut slabs travel through a polishing machine. Now that they're nice and glossy, they can be grouped into bundles and prepared for shipping. Containers full of slabs travel across the oceans from all over the world to get to our yard. Here they are carefully removed from their packaging and placed on A-frames for your viewing. Once you have selected the color and got your cabinets installed, it's time for templating. Our professional crew will diligently make measurements and make templates of each cabinet. The templates are made from thin strips of foam core board that retain their shape and size even when subjected to water. He uses hot glue to put the pieces together and trims the strips that are too long. Using a permanent marker, he writes specific instructions on the template that will be used during fabrication. Once the templates are done, they are taken back to our facility. Here, they are placed on a special digitizing board, which translates the dimensions into a computer drawing, which is then sent to the CNC routing table. The selected slab is placed on the table and secured with numerous suction blocks. The CNC machine can cut, shape, and route an edge profile of a whole kitchen countertop in a matter of just hours. Now that the individual pieces are fabricated, it's time to install them in the kitchen. Piece by piece, they are brought into the room and placed on the cabinets. Although this looks very simple, it requires special handling skills and quite a lot of strength. The installer mixes a special resin that will join the two pieces of granite. He adds some pigment to match the color of the stone, which will make the seam less visible. He then spreads the resin on the joint and pushes the pieces together. Blocks of granite are mounted on top of the joint to ensure a perfectly level seam. Once the resin has bonded with the stone, he makes the seam smoother by adding another layer over the joint. The resin has almost completely hardened now, and it's time to smooth out the seam. By using various polishing pads, the installer makes the joint smooth and undetectable to the touch. It's barely noticeable. Using a whiteout, he marks the spots where holes are needed for the faucet. These holes will be cut after the resin has hardened some more. In the meantime, he can install the sink. A helper places the sink in its position, while the installer clamps it securely to the countertop. Using special brackets, the sink will be anchored from underneath. The last step is to cut the faucet holes. The installer uses a diamond core bit to make a clean cut in the stone. It's amazing that a piece of stone can go from this to this. So as you can see, it's a long process before the granite ends up in your kitchen as a countertop. I hope you liked today's video, and if you did, please subscribe and leave us some comments. See you next week.